So the sun gives us life, more or less. You see, most all energy in an ecosystem starts with the sun. And in order to see how humans receive this energy, we have this thing called the energy pyramid. The energy pyramid is a visual representation of how energy flows upwards through levels in the ecosystem. At the bottom are the primary producers, or your autotrophs, plants. They take the sun's energy to create their own food through photosynthesis. Moving upwards, you have your secondary producers, your herbivores, that get energy from eating plants. Then you've got your tertiary producers, the omnivores, that get their energy from plants and animals. And then at the top, you have your apex predators, which are carnivores at the top of the food chain. But what many scientists fail to leave out is that there is another level to the energy pyramid that they don't talk about, consisting only of one. What, you're expecting Giga Chad? Hello and welcome to the video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see today, we are talking about the energy pyramid, and it's not really that difficult to understand. I went over it in the introduction. I will dive a little bit deeper into that shortly. And then I've got a new take on the energy pyramid that I think I should share with you. So if you stay to the end of the video, I will talk about that. It's not going to be very long. This is all about energy today, and let's moving forward. So I don't know if you can see this. There may be some glare. I'll cover it because it's the scope of this video. Once you get to the top of the energy pyramid, what they don't tell you is there is another pyramid on top, an upside down pyramid. It is called the, I don't really have a name for it. It's an inverse energy pyramid. We'll call it that. So we've got this line here that represents the separation between the apex predators and humans. And really we're on a different level because if we were fighting an army of bears, we have nuclear devices and they don't. So as you can see, there is some discrepancy. There's a little bit of a difference there between the energy power that we have. So we're going to break off from productive energy, and this kind of devolves into this unproductive energy, and that's why it's the inverse pyramid. So you have your energy apex. You've got your actual apex for the predators, and then you flip it upside down. That's your energy apex. That's where you've got not really essentially a need for as much energy because you're so much higher on another playing field, right? So you don't necessarily need to use as much energy these days. And the reason for that is another line here I'm going to draw real quick. All right, so the breaking point is technology. As you can see here, I've added tech. So technology really, we don't need to use as much energy these days because we have technology. So technology does a lot of the work for us, and then we can kind of just sit by, and we have to do work, right? Humans have to build, we have to create, but we don't necessarily have to expend the same energy as they used building the actual pyramids. We have technology. We've got cranes, we've got computers, we've got automobiles, so we don't need as much energy. And this gives us, the technology has led us to the next level on the energy pyramid, the internet wormhole. So you're not escaping from the internet wormhole, and you may be familiar with this. You basically spend your day browsing the internet, YouTube, social media. You fall into this wormhole where you're not going to get out. You're stuck in the internet wormhole. The very next level, food on demand. So we don't have to cook, we don't have to garden, we don't have to farm. It's all done for us. We look out the window, there's a DoorDasher coming our way. Food on demand, right? So one of the things about this food on demand is it's highly bad for you because it's junk food. So you got sugars, you've got lots of processed foods, you've got packaged goods with lots of preservatives. It's just not necessarily good for you, okay? You don't leave the house. The next on the inverse energy pyramid is we don't need to leave the house anymore. So we've got this this big cozy bubble that we can live in, and we don't necessarily need to leave the house, right? And therefore, instead of the decomposers on the energy pyramid, we've got living decomposed. That is the state in which I am in right now. Someone who lives decomposed, they don't really do anything, right? They go from the bed to the chair, back to the bed. You do work a job, but that's so you have enough money to maintain the life that you don't want to live. So living decomposed it's the opposite of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because at the top of his hierarchy is self-actualization. I probably should have used that instead of the energy pyramid because this is more fitting. We're fine. So we've got living decomposed, and then when you get to the top of the inverse pyramid, you're tired all the time. Why are you tired all the time? Because like the energy pyramid, every level on the inverse pyramid, you're basically losing 90% more of your energy, right? You only retain about 10% of your energy. And at the very top, you've got caffeine and pills, right? That's where we're at. You've got caffeine to stay awake and pills to go to sleep. And you wonder why you don't have energy at all these days. And it's because of the things on this list: your diet, your sleep, the substances you take, your lifestyle, your lack of exercise. So you're committal to browsing the internet 24 hours a day. So that's the lifestyle of the energy decomposed. And then we look for energy drinks to keep us alive. And it's the way I live, and it's not the way that I think that we should. So where are we going with this? So basically the point of this video is to look at the lifestyles that we are living, not to criticize them, not to judge them, but to say, you know what? If I removed the top level, or if you remove any level on here, that pyramid starts to crumble, right? If you don't have an inverse pyramid, where are you going to be at? You're going to be at the energy apex. So there's no science to this, but it is somewhat of a theory. I think that the way that we're living our lifestyles, not to say you in particular, but us as a society, and me in particular, it's not conducive for success. So in order to get better, which we are going to do on this channel, we are going to start giving up these vices that keep us locked in to the grid, the rat race, this lifestyle that we can't maintain. So I'm talking about eating better, sleeping better, routines. I'm talking about getting rid of the internet, cutting your pleasures out, and gaining a natural dopamine that'll leave you long-standing and happy, and figuring out if it actually is possible. So that is all I gotta say for today. Thank you, and good night.